Sitting here with Jeremy Gross with the town of Eagle. He's going to give us some information about some of the bike events happening at the mountain games this weekend.
Yeah, so we're excited to have the mountain games back in Eagle this weekend. Most of the events happen in Vail, and that's where, of course, the event started years and years ago with just the whitewater events. But it has grown to become a valley-wide series of events. And we're lucky to host a couple really cool events down here. So we're standing right on the BMX track. The Eagle County BMX track is a really cool track, one of the best in the state from what I hear. Not that I'm a racer of much, but we've made some improvements in the last couple of weeks. We just got these last two turns paved, which is awesome to host some new events. So we've got a Pro-Am and a standard double points race. We're hoping to draw some really big guns out to the event. Some nationally qualified riders from around the country. With the prize money that we have and the points. So we're gonna activate the BMX track for the first time during the event. And then right behind the camera, we've got the finish of what will the BME, the Big Mountain Enduro, will be. So starting at 8 a.m. down here, the Big Mountain Enduro will take off from this spot and ride all over Eagle. So the way the Enduro works, they've got some uphill sections that are not really timed, and then the downhill, and that's where the exciting stuff happens. So they're doing sections on Hardscrabble, East Eagle, and then they finish over here on Pool and Ice and Haymaker. So right where we're standing, towards the end of the day, you're going to be able to watch the Big Mountain Enduro guys come down the final berms on Pool and Ice and Haymaker. And then right where we're standing, we'll have the BMX Standard Pro, or Standard Double Points Race and Pro-Am.
And I never really, I've never been super into BMX, but I came and watched the races that you guys held here on Monday. And I mean, kids were getting after it. They get in front of each other. They put their back tires right in front of the other kids' front tire. It gets kind of scary.
Yeah, so these guys go full out. It's a, quarter-mile track, so they don't have a lot of time to make their way to the front. So they're fierce. It's super exciting to watch. Maybe these kids that are lining up here will give us a show, but hopefully they don't hit us. So these guys, absolutely rail the corners, and they'll hit triples or doubles and triples on some of our rollers and features in the middle of the course. So it again is exciting. And on Friday, it's going to be a great spot to come hang out, watch the Enduro guys, watch some BMX, and we're right next to the pool, so you can, splash and refresh at the Eagle pool. While the Enduro guys are at the far end of Eagle.
And then you can get to see them come down. That itself is a pretty epic sport too, the Enduro races, only because the beating that those guys are taking is just endless. Yeah,
so they start with basically a hike-a-bike for a lot of them. Their bikes are not like cross-country carbon fiber bikes. They're built for some hard-charging riding. So they're hauling them, they're pushing, they're just making their way uphill any way they can, but they make their time up on the downhill. These guys, actually, I'm really curious to see on Monday what the Strava times are if they put their GPS on, but, a section that I'll ride in 12 minutes, they'll probably do in, 3. They'll just be mocking and watching the technical abilities of them to hold these berms and these corners, and take these lines in a completely different way than you or I would ride them.
Yeah.
Manualing and wheelies and jumps and just flying into corners full speed. It's crazy. It's cool to watch. If you are going to come watch, again, the pool and ice rink is probably the best place to start. You can come check in here, and then there's 2 good Enduro sections that you can watch from pretty close to here, and we've got the BMX.
So a great day of biking down here in Eagle on Friday for the mountain games. And does this event count towards the point system that they're doing for the mountain games, the overall point system?
That's a great question. I believe it does. I would have to defer to the Vail Valley Foundation for that, though. I'm sure the website has all the info on that.
Yeah, that's something for me to look up and then come back for some information on that later. Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for meeting us this morning and bringing us such great information. So, like you said, you can come to the pool, you can swim, you can play on the ice rink, but then you can watch the Enduro guys who are out here just working so hard to beat their times, and then you can come see the BMX kids, because it's kids and adults, so it's going to be a pretty fun event to come and watch. Stay tuned. tuned because coming up next, we're going to take a look at what tomorrow's store has in show for us, or show has in store for us. Wow, I have not had enough coffee this morning.